Zig, was there a particular moment in your life, a defining moment, if you will, when you decided that, you know what, I really want to become a difference maker. I want to have a positive impact in other people's lives?
Absolutely, and I can tell you exactly when it was and why I did it. What happened was, I like to entertain, you know. I've got a good sense of humor, and I use it a lot. But I made the mistake of talking about, in one of the things, about this old boy down home. You know, people kind of related to that. But I realized after I had done it about, 6 months or something like that, that I was coming across as somebody that just liked to have fun, instead of a person who's got something to say that'll make a difference in their life. Okay. That's when I stopped talking about this old boy down home.
Okay, yeah. All right. So you kind of transitioned from there to have maybe a little bit different platform?
Yes. I always talked the truth, always showed up to do it, always encourage people, never put anybody down, you know. I'm an encourager. I like to give people information that will help them and their families. I believe you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want.
My favorite quote of yours, by the way. I love it. Tell us about, a few minutes ago we were talking and you said that, you know, you believe that truth is still in vogue. Tell us about that a little bit. I love that.
Well, I just believe, based on my childhood, my mother, with a 5th grade education, knew the Bible. And if I heard her say it once when I was a child, I bet I heard it 500 times. Tell the truth and tell it ever, costeth what it will. For he who hides the wrong he did does the wrong thing still. Then she'd nail it down by saying, and if word gets out that your word is no good, they will say, so he's no good. Yeah. So I stopped that. And I hated to give up my jokes, but but I had good enough common sense and a good enough help that I really did. And I've written a joke book, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure, and had fun doing it. But that's not what I take to the platform.
Great. Well, the power of a mother's influence right there, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it amazes me that just like a century ago, there were really only about, 100 simple products on the shelves of our stores. So there was soap and bread and milk, that kind of thing. And now you can go to the stores and there are millions of what we call complex products. It's amazing. So for example, I just tested this out the other day. I went and started counting products on the shelves. There are 200 kinds of shampoo, 100 flavors of gum. I went to the pet store, believe it or not, for you dog lovers. I found 100 different types of dog collars. It was baffling to me. And, I fall victim to this complexity all the time when my wife asks me to say, Lee, can you go out and get some bread and milk? And so as I go to the store and I stare into the array of bread and milk varieties, I just know that my chances of being successful are very slim, of picking the right option. So, these crowded shelves are really just a microcosm for this hyper-competitive market that we live in today. So how would you kind of advise today's leader who's trying to be successful in this kind of more, faster, better kind of world? What's one piece of advice you would give that leader today?
My response to that would simply be, if you will always do the right thing, always tell truth when you're trying to make a sale, always be interested in what they have to say, and listen if they come up with something that you've never heard before. Learn your trade so good that you can answer those questions that your prospects are going to demand. That's the best way to grow and grow and grow.
Great. Well, there it is. I love how Zig just kind of cuts through the clutter and says, it's about just doing the right thing and being service-minded, really. I know you're big on servant leadership, but seeing how you can help the other person. I just love when, we have complex problems in the world and there's so much stuff coming at us, and the fact is, back to the truth being in vogue, if we just kind of cut through the clutter, the basic truths kind of still exist. Do the right thing and help other people be successful.
Yeah.